Do not do that again.
Right.
I don't know why I keep doing that.
That's the incorrect method of hand spinning.
Yes, that is incorrect. There's a rule that I have when I'm teaching people to spin. I'm like, you only get half an hour. You get half an hour because that's enough time to drive yourself crazy, but not get disgusted with it and quit.
Here, bring it in the light here, actually. Sit back down. That was working out good. Oh, but do you have to stand to hand spin?
Well, you can do it.
Here, maybe just do this then. Or
Okay.
that'll be better. Yeah. And so, now this is...
This is a hand spindle. It's called a trindle because it has the 3 little beads, and the weight is what keeps it spinning.
Okay.
And on these...
And then there's a little hook.
Yep, and you just put your yarn through there to keep it from falling off.
Okay.
And you just spin it, and this is basically your bobbin. It replaces the bobbin in the flyer. And then you just do the same thing with your hands that you were doing with drafting the fiber. No, Iggy. This is actually...
Oh, and the cat loves this one.
The cat thinks this is just freaking fantastic. I actually like to do this sometimes. I'll sit on the bar stool.
Uh-huh.
Then you get more height because if you really get it going, you can spin quite a length. You know, basically as tall as your arms can reach to the floor. No, Iggy.
Until the cat gets
the
it.
cat gets it. No, and he
All right.
got it off the hook, so.
Oh. But this looks different also because it's a different material,
Yeah,
right?
this is alpaca with some shiny nylon in it.
Oh, okay.
So that's why it's sparkly.
Well, very cool.
Yeah.
And then what was the... And this is the same thing, it's just a different style with a different weight.
Yeah, in these, the weight really does determines both how fast it spins and what stop that.
What thickness it's going to be.
Yeah, so this is
You know, these totally look like cat toys. You can't blame the cat. You know?
this is like 18 grams or so. I think this trindle is. That's got to be like.
Let me.
This is at least an ounce.
Oh yeah, this is much heavier.
So, yeah, this is like 30 grams or so. So you can spin a thicker wool on this. If I tried to spin a thicker yarn on this one, it would not spin. No, Iggy. It would not spin for very long. And the cop, which is what this is called, this collection of spun yarn, would get so big so fast that it would just be wobbly all over the place. And you'd have to constantly stop and wind it off, and it would be a total drag. My finest spindle is like 12 grams, I think. And so that's for spinning very fine. I'm spinning some llama on that one.
Okay.
Lace weight.
What are you going to make out of that?
Lace weight yarn. I don't actually... I do a lot more spinning than I do knitting, so...
Yeah.
So I have lots and lots of hand-spun yarn that is like, oh, I can make a hat out of this, I can make a shawl out of this, oh, but I want to spin something else, I'm not going to make anything out of that. So,
Is it because the spinning's more relaxing to you?
I think it's just, it's more fun.
Mm.
I mean, I enjoy knitting. Knitting's more portable. I mean, I can take a spindle with me. I've taken a spindle. No, Iggy. Taken a spindle with me to work for some of the Friday night maintenance windows that are.
Oh, yeah.
Frickin' ever.
That you're just going to be sitting there doing nothing for.
Right, exactly.
Or waiting for a phone call.
Yeah, and so that's that's one thing. But knitting is something you can do on the L. You can do in the line at Jewel, whatever.
You spin at the line at Jewel?
No, knitting.
No. Oh, okay. Have you knitted at the line at Jewel before?
Yeah. Yeah, because if you knit socks, they're extremely portable. You
Mm-hmm.
can take a little tiny sock knitting project with you wherever, because they're teeny tiny, and they fit in your purse.
Now, do you have a fully spun, like...
You want to see a finished yarn?
Yeah, I want to see what it looks like at the end. And what is this little pouch?
This is the stuff I'm spinning for Michael.
So you spun this?
Yep. Yeah, that's the chunky weight stuff. You can see the difference in diameter.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
That and...
Now, did this all come out of a...
very similar. That actually I bought I bought the scoured wool, so it was wool that was off the sheep that somebody washed for me.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't do anything beyond that. And then I sent it to a mill locally and had them process it into a roving, into preparation like that.
Okay. Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah. And I've got, here, let me find something more interesting. Would you like to see the box of goodies?
Yes, let's go take a look. Is there another light in here?
No. Might take this out in the other room.
My place is the same way.
Fortunately, mine is lightweight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so this is all stuff that I've spun. This is pretty recent. This is stuff that my friend died. This is stuff a friend of hers died.
Oh, this has got to be just like cat heaven.
Nah, I don't think they really...
So now, is this one that you did two together, then?
This is...
Because it looks like there's...
two-ply.
Okay.
Some of them are three-plies, but here, this one's obvious because
Yeah.
the barber pole effect. This is a three-ply. This is actually the same as that.
Oh, okay.
The stuff I did in 2008. Yeah, so with the three-ply, you can see it's more even. It's more round.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, you can see is, like the two-ply stuff is going to be sort of wobbly. It'll be, like the edges,
Oh, yeah.
you know, it'll be sort of zigzaggy just because there's only two, but this will be more round. Again, it's just something that affects whatever you are making it for.
Right.
This is the very finest yarn I've ever spun, which was, how long is this? Oh, this is 8.54 meters out of half a gram of merino from New Zealand.
Oh, wow.
And I did this in a class with basically the crown princess of merino. She's Margaret Stove. She's from New Zealand. This is a two-ply.
Oh, wow.
So they're two very fine plies. She was commissioned to design a shawl for Prince William for his christening.
Oh, wow.
So she spun the yarn, knitted it up, the whole 9 yards, because New Zealand's in the Commonwealth. I think she made.
And you did a class with her?
Yeah, and she was.
That must have been cool.
She was amazing. Nicest woman on the planet. I mean, seriously, just. And I went in there with having had bad experiences with merino because it's kind of tough. It's a little tough to spin.
Right.
And so I went in there and I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to conquer merino. And I came out of there and she was like the nicest person. And we all, you know, everyone that was in the class was like, I'm going to conquer merino today. And she's like, everything's going to be fine. I'm going to show you how to deal with everything. You don't need any fancy anything. You know, put away your lace flyers. We're just going to use your standard flyers. We're going to use your regular wheel. Everything will be fine. And by the end of this, 3-hour class, everybody was making this amazing lace-weight yarn.
That's cool. What was her secret that she taught? I mean, was it just basically, just chill out, okay?
I think it was.
Really, it's just spinning.
String.
All right, I'm going to stop this now. Thanks.